Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Atletico Madrid won, Manchester United won in the Champions League last 16 first leg. Anthony Elanga came off the bench and scored a late equaliser. Anthony Elanga has done really well since he broke into our first team squad. Elanga also scored last weekend in the 4-2 win against Leeds. Revert back to earlier on this season, Elanga got racially abused on social media because he missed the decisive penalty against Middlesbrough in the Cup. Don't forget, last month Elanga was close to leaving Manchester United on loan. Elanga has been part of the club for a long time. He risen up our academy, joined Manchester United's academy at the age of 12. He's now the age of 19. Last year, Elanga committed his future to the club. He signed a contract with Manchester United until June 2026. There's an option of a further year. Manchester United have the advantage going into the second leg against Atletico Madrid at Old Trafford. Last night though, it was a poor performance by Manchester United. You know, Atletico Madrid had their chances. They hit the woodwork twice. Atletico Madrid's goal came from João Felix. It was a very good header. It came off the post. Harry Maguire was to blame for João Felix's goal because he was too slow. Felix is very good for Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid got him from Benfica. Atletico Madrid were missing some players. Obviously there was no Daniel Wass because he's out with injury. There was no Matthias Cunha, he's out with injury. And there was no Yannick Carrasco because he was suspended. Prior to the game, Diego Simeone did admit that Manchester United are one of the best teams in the world. As you all know, I've got a lot of respect for Diego Simeone. I think he's a very good coach. Diego Simeone has been the Atletico Madrid manager for over a decade, so reflecting on that, he's been a long-serving manager. He's got a contract with Atletico Madrid until 2024. Manchester United have been linked with him before. I'd certainly take Diego Simeone as Manchester United's next manager. Yesterday night, De Gea reunited with Atletico Madrid. De Gea was at Atletico Madrid before Manchester United. He didn't have anything to do, De Gea, yesterday night. Couldn't do out about the Felix goal. De Gea looked very nervous on the ball with his feet. Prior to the game, De Gea said, "I don't see myself away from Manchester United." De Gea's been a long servant. He's been with us since the Sir Alex Ferguson era. This season has been his 11th season at Manchester United. Don't forget, De Gea got named the Premier League's Player of the Month for January. He's won everything domestically at the football club. He's made over 500 appearances for Manchester United in all competitions. De Gea's contract at Manchester United expires next year. De Gea receives £375,000 a week, so he's the second highest earner at the club at the moment. Victor Lindelof, he surprisingly started at right back yesterday night, ahead of Diego Dalot and Wan-Bissaka. I do recall Victor Lindelof making a good block in the game, but apart from that, didn't do much. Lindelof obviously did come off in the game, and obviously Wan-Bissaka came on. I've got my strong reservations about Victor Lindelof. I think Manchester United need to consider moving him on in the summer. Lindelof's been at Manchester United for over 4 years. Manchester United got Lindelof from Benfica back in 2017, got him for £31 million. Lindelof's under contract with Man United until 2024. Rafael Varan, I thought he did alright. He made some good interceptions, but I've seen Varan play better. Most of the time when Varan plays, he seems to make the difference. Well, he is regarded as one of the best centre-halves in the world. He's highly experienced, he's got a good pedigree behind him, because look at the amount of silverware he won when he was at Real Madrid. Not so long ago, Varan had illness, and he's had some injuries as well since he signed for the club. Manchester United signed Varan last summer from Real Madrid, got him for 34 million now. That's what Man United paid up front. Rises up to around 41-42 million with add-ons. Varan's got a contract with Man United until 2025. There's an option of a further year. Harry Maguire, I thought he was poor yesterday night, like I mentioned earlier on in the video. He was to blame for Atletico Madrid's goal. And I thought, he looked very lethargic. He was sloppy on the ball, gave the ball away a few times. He's not good enough to represent the club, Maguire. But prior to the game yesterday night, I thought Maguire did well in his last 2 games. He did well against Leeds last weekend. He scored a very good header in that game. The goal came from a corner, and it was the first time Manchester United had scored from a corner this season. And Maguire did well in the game against Brighton at Old Trafford. Earlier on in the season, there was a lot of Manchester United fans demanding for the captaincy to be taken off Maguire. But prior to the Leeds game, Rangnick said that Harry Maguire will remain Manchester United's captain until the end of the season. Manchester United overpaid for Maguire, got him for 80 million, so he's the most expensive centre-half in the world at the moment, and he's the second most expensive signing at the club. Luke Shaw, he weren't too good yesterday night. He offered very little going forward. Defensively at times, he was okay. Luke Shaw was far superior last season to how he has been this season. He's a very good left back overall. Don't forget Luke Shaw's had some injuries this season. He's injury prone, which is a concern. Luke Shaw's been at Manchester United for around 8 years, so reflecting on that, he's been a long-serving player. Paul Pogba, he played yesterday night against Atletico. To be honest with you, I don't think he was too good. It's the first bad game that Pogba has had since he recovered from injury. Pogba played very well against Leeds last weekend. He was probably our best player against Leeds, to be fair. Against Leeds, Pogba got in very good positions. He kept the ball well. And he created that chance for Ronaldo. Pogba could leave Manchester United in the summer. Well, it said the other week that Pogba is open to Premier League offers if he leaves Manchester United this summer. But earlier on this season, it said Pogba would be open to staying at Man United beyond the end of his contract. Pogba's contract at Manchester United expires in the summer. He is injury prone, Pogba, because he has endured quite a few injuries since he re-signed for the club. This season has been his 6th season at Manchester United since he re-signed. He's played over 200 games since he re-signed. He's won 3 trophies at the club so far, and Manchester United paid £89 million for Pogba. So reflecting on that, is our most expensive signing at the moment. Fred, I also thought he was poor yesterday night against Atletico Madrid. He got overrun in that midfield by Atletico Madrid. Don't forget, prior to this game, Fred gave an interview and it said it's strange that Manchester United have an interim manager, and he said it's a little bad. Fred is not good enough to represent the club. Fred did come on against Leeds last weekend and scored Manchester United's 3rd goal. To be fair, it was a good finish, beat Maguire at his near post. Maguire should have saved that though. Could have done better with it at least. Man United got Fred a few years ago from Shakhtar Donetsk, got him for £50 million. Bruno Fernandes, he got the assist for the Elanga goal yesterday night. Fernandes weren't too good. I've seen him play better. Fernandes made an impact against Leeds last weekend because he got an assist and he also scored Manchester United's 2nd goal. It was a good cross by Sancho to find Fernandes. Fernandes has had some good games in recent weeks, but he's also enjoyed a lot of poor games this season. I still thought Fernandes was far superior last season to how he has been this season. Fernandes has been a Manchester United player for almost 2 years. Well, should I say he has been a Man United player for 2 years. Manchester United got him from Sporting Lisbon back in January 2020. He is one of our best players and he's certainly one of the best signings we've made since Ferguson retired. Earlier on this season, Fernandes rejected a new contract offer from Man United. It said Bruno Fernandes' contract talks are postponed until the summer. Cristiano Ronaldo, he was poor yesterday night. To be honest with you, Ronaldo weren't that good against Leeds last weekend. Don't forget, against Leeds, Ronaldo missed a sitter in that first half. He also got a yellow card against Leeds. Ronaldo did score in the 2-0 win against Brighton. Reflecting on that, that ended his goal drought. Because prior to the game against Brighton, Ronaldo didn't score in his last 6 games. Ronaldo is the best player in the world overall. He's won over 30 trophies in his playing career, including 5 Ballon d'Ors. And since Ronaldo re-signed for Manchester United, he's scored 15 goals in all competitions. He's got over 800 goals in his career. Manchester United re-signed Ronaldo last summer for 20 million, with add-ons included. He wears a number 7 shirt. And Ronaldo's contract at Manchester United expires next year. There's an option to extend for the further year. Ronaldo's the highest earner at Man United at the moment. Prior to the Leeds game, by the way, it said Manchester United will allow Cristiano Ronaldo to leave in the summer. Says will not stand in his way, and Ronaldo will leave Manchester United if they fail to finish in the top 4. Not so long ago it said Ronaldo was set to become the new Man United captain to replace Harry Maguire, but that's not going to happen this season because, like I've already said, Rangnick said that Maguire will remain Man United captain until the end of the season. So yesterday night we brought 5 substitutions on. So we saw Matic come on. To be fair to Matic, I thought he changed the game, made an impact when he came on. Matic had a shin injury not so long ago. And Wan-Bissaka came on as well. He changed things at the back when he came on. Wan-Bissaka, of course, played against Leeds last weekend. He started against Leeds and he put a good performance out, to be fair. It was the first game he played in a while. And Wan-Bissaka's not our first choice right back under Rangnick. Diego Dalot is. Milanga, like I said, came on yesterday and scored the equaliser. Lingard also came on. And so there you go. But like I say, it was a good result for Manchester United that yesterday night. Like I've said, Atletico Madrid are a good team. They're not as good as they used to be. Atletico Madrid are like 5th in La Liga at the moment. They are the La Liga champions. Don't forget, last month Atletico Madrid lost Kieran Trippier. He went to Newcastle. They also lost Saul Niguez. Well, he went out on loan to Chelsea, didn't he? But he's been very poor at Chelsea. They lost Rodri. He went to Man City from Atletico. And was it a few years ago they lost Thomas Partey? He went to Arsenal from Atletico Madrid. But yeah, I'm convinced that Manchester United can beat Atletico Madrid in the second leg at Old Trafford. The Champions League is the only chance Manchester United have got of winning a trophy this season. You know, Manchester United have not won the Champions League since 2008. Man United have won the Champions League 3 times. Manchester United have not won a trophy since 2017. That's nowhere near good enough to our standards. Manchester United's next game is Watford. Watford is on Saturday. The preview for that game will be coming up later on today. On my next video I'll be giving you my player ratings from this game against Atletico Madrid. Ralph Rangnick, I presume he'll be happy with the result, may not be too happy with the performance though. As you all know, Rangnick wants the Man United job on a permanent basis. Rangnick is Manchester United's interim manager. He's been Manchester United's interim manager for around 3 months now. Well, he's going to be the interim manager until the end of the season. Then it said he's expected to take up a consultancy role for a further 2 years. You know, Rangnick has managed around 16 games so far in all competitions as Man United's interim manager, and he's lost just 2 games in all competitions. He's only lost 1 game in the Premier League. Rio Ferdinand reckons Rangnick's done a good job. I've got a lot of respect for Rangnick. Like I say, he's a very good coach. He's a German coach, and the vast majority of German coaches are very good. You know, since Rangnick came in, you know, he has tried a few different formations. You know, he started off with the 4-2-2 formation, then obviously went with the 4-3-3 formation. Now obviously he goes with that 4-2-3-1 formation. Don't forget, earlier on this season, Rangnick recommended Ewan Sharping as an assistant coach and analyst. He also recommended Chris Armisen as an assistant coach, and he recommended Saz Chalenzin as a sports psychologist. Unfortunately, Rangnick did not get backed in the January transfer window. And at the first, he actually got promised he was going to get backed as well. Rangnick's endured 1 transfer window as Manchester United's interim manager. But Man United endured a very disappointing January transfer window because last month Man United did not make any signings. We should have let Lingard and Henderson leave last month, but we blocked their exits. And we had the incident with Mason Greenwood towards the end of last month. By the way, you've got to say now that Elanga is the replacement for Greenwood. Man United did let around 8 players leave last month. As you all know, Ralph Rangnick and Richard Arnold want Erik ten Hag to become Manchester United's next manager. Well, there's a lot of Manchester United fans that would like to see Erik ten Hag get recommended in. Mauricio Pochettino, he could possibly be Man United's next permanent manager. But Pochettino to Man United could be in doubt because it recently said that Manchester United face a battle with Real Madrid to land Mauricio Pochettino this summer. Real Madrid are interested in appointing Mauricio Pochettino to replace Carlo Ancelotti. Real Madrid are unhappy with Carlo Ancelotti. The other week it said Graham Potter was on Man United's radar. Graham Potter is the Brighton manager, and Luis Enrique has been mentioned. You know, Manchester United are looking for the 5th permanent manager since Ferguson. We've sacked 4 permanent managers since Ferguson. We sacked David Moyes, Louis van Gaal, Jose Mourinho, and last year Manchester United sacked Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. We need to get the Glazers out. You know, the Glazers have been one of the biggest problems at the club for a long time. The Glazers have owned Manchester United for around 16.5 years. They bought the club for 500 million back in 2005. Richard Arnold's obviously our chief executive at the beginning of this month. He replaced Ed Woodward. It was good news from Man United perspective that Woodward stepped down, because Woodward was one of the biggest problems at the club for a long time. Ed Woodward was at Manchester United for around 17 years. As you all know, in the last 10 years Manchester United have only won 4 trophies. You know, we haven't won the Premier League since 2013. Manchester United have spent over 1.3 billion in the last 10 years. We have recouped around 397 million in sales. And we've brought over 40 players in since Ferguson retired. And let me put into the equation that none of this squad is Rangnick's. You know, Rangnick's inheriting players who other managers have brought in. In the summer of this year, I'm expecting Manchester United to make some signings, but on the other side of things, I'm expecting a lot of players to depart the club. So in the summer, I reckon Cavani will leave. Well, it said earlier on this season that Cavani is expected to leave as a free agent in the summer. He prefers a move to La Liga. Cavani's out of contract at Man United in the summer. Man United got Cavani on a free transfer from PSG back in the summer of 2020. Cavani is out with injury at the moment. He's only Manchester United's major injury. He's had quite a few injuries though since he signed for the club. Juan Mata, he'll leave in the summer. Like I said, Ronaldo could leave in the summer. Lingard will leave in the summer. I reckon Van der Beek and Martial will leave in the summer. Van der Beek's out on loan with Everton at the moment, and Martial's out on loan with Sevilla. Matic, good chance he'll leave in the summer because he doesn't really get in the team. Obviously, he's not one of our first choice midfielders. Pogba could leave in the summer. I reckon Jones and Bailly will leave in the summer. You know, Man United could look to sell Harry Maguire and Wan-Bissaka in the summer. And I reckon Dean Henderson will leave because Dean Henderson doesn't get in goal much. Because revert back to last summer, De Gea reclaimed that number 1 spot back. Henderson's only made 3 appearances this season. The other week, Henderson got arrested for abusing his girlfriend. So there you go. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon.